Hi everyone. Uh, Get the hand out of the way. Oh, wait. Hi everyone. Rainbow Brite here, and Twink here. And today we're going to talk about how we fought the King of Shadows. Now, everyone knows that when I first came to Rainbow Land, hell, this would have been what? 9 between 82 YL? 9 between 83 YL? Well, the Rainbow Brite Drawing Show didn't start until 9 between 84 YL, so give or take, that would have been a year. But it was a world that had once had cast light and brightness, but it lost it to some being called the Dark One, or the Evil One, or the King of Shadows. His true name was never said. He came to Rainbow Land and beat whoever had the rainbow strap before me. I don't know who. God and Jesus didn't tell me. And he threw the rainbow strap in a hollow. He froze in starlight. He locked up all the other cast kids or cast workers. You know, he put Red Butler in a hollow. I don't know where he put Buddy Blue at. I don't know where Indigo was locked up at. But we don't know where Patio Green was locked. Well, Patio Green was stuck in a nest with a bird. How long she was in there, no one seems to know. And Shy Violet was locked up and having Kindles blow fiends at her. And as far as what happened to Canary Yellow, well, she was put and binded up in trees and had a two-headed lindworm watching over her, and one lindworm was always worried about eating, the other one was always worried about fighting. Yeah, two heads, each one had their own cells, but they were stuck with one body. Merkwell Dismal had already come to Rainbow Land either before or after the King of Shadows took over, and he worked as the King of Shadows' first Wicker and, knower. He was the one who carried out all kinds of evil things in the behalf of the King of Shadows. Like, he took Twink here once, put him in the Hells, and Twink lost most of all of his cast. Now, by the time I came to Rainbow Land, all that already happened, except the elves, or whatever they were, a lot of them were already being frozen by the King of Shadows, or was. Well, yeah, Twink says, and there were all these beings, they always kept coming. You always had to watch your back, and you always had to be wary of the King of Shadows or Merkwell Dismal, because any one of them could come after you. They could harm you at any time. And yes, all the cast kids were put in lockup. And yes, all those things that Rainbow Brite Wisp talked about did happen, or at least happened long before she got there. We ammed up meeting Starlight. Starlight was frozen, so God and Jesus unfroze him. We went to the no comeback waterway looking for the rainbow strap. Well, we went to a bridge, but Merkwell, Dismal, and Lurky broke that bridge, so we're back in the waterway again. And luckily, we all washed up on shore. We went to a hollow to get dry, and that's where we met. That's where Rainbow Brite here met Baby Brite, or the Sword of Light, or God. Well, there was God, which was the Sword of Light, which took the likeness of Baby Brite. We didn't know that at the time. It helped us seek the rainbow strap. It helped us seek Red Butler. Well, we also helped lead to helping Canary Yellow away from a two-headed lindworm who flies around his head. His two heads, their necks got wrapped up by flying around like they did. And we got Patio Green out of that nest and fought off the ugly bird. Now, as far as we helped get Shy Violet. We got her out of that Kindle bind blowing fiends at or whatever. We didn't get Indigo, or Buddy Blue, or due to the grounds that, or Lila Orange, due to the grounds that, well, that Merkwell Dismal had already gotten them on the setup by the King of Shadows. And somehow Baby Brite wandered off. Lurky took her. And Merkwell Dismal wanted us to give a draft the baby for the Rainbow Strap, but that didn't work. And they ran out. And then Rainbow over here fought the King of Shadows and beat him. But we all know it wasn't only her. It was God and Jesus working through her and with her who helped her beat the King of Shadows. You're right about that, Twink. It was God and Jesus that worked with me and through me to beat the King of Shadows that day. And it was also God and Jesus that entrusted me with the Rainbow Strap to be the new light bearer, the new cast bearer, the new brightness bearer, you will say. And they end up calling me Rainbow Brite after that, and gave me my star on my cheek that I've had ever since that day. So yeah, that's me fighting the King of Shadows. I know it just, I just talk about fighting the King of Shadows, but you have to show the lead into all that. Because there was a lot of things that were happening, and a lot of things that me and Twink and Starlight and others were going through. So you just can't, so I cannot only say, oh, I fought the King of Shadows and talk about that. I got to talk about everything else that led up to that. And next time, and I know that you heard this saga many times. In the 2009 YL1, the King of Shadows is still beaten, but it was the Dark Elderling that put a spell on me when I went back home and made me forget about Rainbow Land and all that. And then in 24 Between, there were 3 sagas made on Filmy, and yeah, the King of Shadows was still dead, but the Dark Elderling was back, only this time she had Merkwell Dismal and Lurky work with her, and she had Stormy with her, because Stormy thought I wasn't her friend anymore, which was not true. So you can tell that lead into all that, they shifted. Anyway, that's all the time I got. Hope you like this film, and have a rainbow day.